Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Limitless Gaming Esports for this penultimate round of the season in Thursday tier, potentially a championship winning round. We've got 20 drivers tonight. We're at the Red Bull Ring in the Styrian Mountains in Austria. And so 20 drivers for this full qualifying 50% format for Thursday. And we've got Chuckle Brothers in the lead of the championship on 210 points, 161 points for Chuckle. He only needs 10 more points to outscore him for the championship. It's been a short season, but it's been a good fight between the two of them, and it potentially will end today, of course, here with Lee. As always, after the F123 reveal trailer yesterday, Lee, I'm a bit excited this evening.
Yeah, I mean, especially after earlier on, I was watching I think it was Arva. He'd done like a half an hour, whole video review on it of what Codemasters has said about it, and I was like, well, that actually seems really, really interesting, like the introduction of red flags and that again.
Yeah, well, hopefully they've sorted out all their glitches before anything else.
Yeah, well, they said that the handling system has been greatly improved compared to last season. As even Arva was saying that the guys for Coding and Norris and were complaining that it's nothing like an actual F1 car. Like in this game, I mean.
Yeah, it's certainly, we've seen a lot of people spin out on this game, and that's one of the big causes, isn't it? The fact that the car can just sort of snap away from you so quickly and with no sort of sign that it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like seeing. What was I to say? Brain fart. Like in Hungary. I think was it Sunday there while we were
yeah, final corner, is that what you're going to say?
It was there and just pretty much everywhere. Like, people were just spinning out all the time. And to be honest, I don't think it was to do with the setup and that. Now just remembering back to racing myself, and it did kind of snap on you quite easily. We've seen AJ Baker and the last lap and mid taking over from there. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that game when it first came out, to be honest.
If I'm honest, I haven't raced for a long time. I've been disappointed with it for a long time, and now I do my second biggest passion with the game. Arguably telling it's my first is now obviously commentating for you guys racing, as we're just seeing some times come on the board now with a 1:05.343 for Matthew. Quite used to seeing
turn 3 there. That was quite a slow one there. He got onto the carb on the exit and it just kept turning for some reason and just went straight into the wall. I think he's
anyway,
got damaged wing.
The introduction or reintroduction of red flags gets me excited, though. I've been wanting that for a couple of years, especially in league racing, because there's certainly a few times where I've been like, yeah, that needs a red flag.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, one thing I've been interested to know though is how is it going to fare with tyre changes?
Well, I'm sure to find out.
A red flag halfway through the race.
Yeah, I agree, and also hopefully they're going to deal with the unlapping problem as well.
Yes. Please give us a bit more notification race control, because the communication is very slim.
And the HUD and everything's supposed to be a lot more realistic, isn't it? They've already said that. The sort of spectator graphics and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Supposedly it's going to look a lot more realistic.
Yeah, I was reading before that it could be like to do with the halo even, like
Yeah,
something to be a bit more realistic.
I'm excited for that. I would actually. Obviously, it'd have to be quite an advanced system, but there's some part of me as well that would kind of wish that with the person doing the stream, which is me, usually in any stream, that they'll have to control the stream in every angle, and I wish you could do that, but I wish there was also like a automotive system where it's almost like the game's the director for you, and it picks out all the things going on. I wish you could have that option to turn it on and off, maybe, especially in qualifying. You know, being able to find the next car every time, that would be very helpful.
I mean, the one thing that I wasn't a fan of really is the camera at the start of the Grand Prix a lot of the time.
Yeah, this game's been terrible for that.
PISS. So, yeah. So I think
And as we were saying just before coming on the stream, no short tracks again. Well, they've not mentioned either or, but probably not. But 26 tracks we're going to have in 2023 or 23, should I say?
so plenty to race on anyway.
Yeah, so got the standard 23 we were going to have with the introduction, which you just said, launch of the Lusail Qatar circuit, yeah.
Yep.
And obviously the Vegas street circuit as well. And then on top of that, we're going to have 3 tracks that we've had in previous, which I like that they're doing now. They're just keeping the old tracks that they've had for league races and offline and things like that. I understand they can't do it for the career mode because of licensing and things, but having Portimao, France, obviously Paul Ricard, which Lee was saying was the wrong French circuit to be using, and Shanghai.
Monaco, still prefer that to be honest.
But Shanghai, of course, should be there anyway because it was supposed to be there this season. So still miss that circuit as we're watching Lee Craig going very slowly around turn 3. So we'll talk less in a minute about a bit less than a F1 23 podcast and back to what we're really here for. If you're watching Kieran cross the line for his first time, 1 minute 6.589. So it was like Pemboden's on another lap. Now, this circuit, we haven't actually really spoke too much about the circuit. It's one of the shortest on the calendar, 4.318 kilometres and 2.663 miles in length. 10 corners, not really 10 corners though, especially places like turn 2 and turn 5 really aren't corners. Turn 7 as well in a Formula 1 car, so got like 3 or 4 corners that aren't really, as we see Pemboden cross the line with a 1 minute 6.316, and he goes off the track at turn 1, allowed a curb. But no, I think you're of the same opinion, Lee. This is one of my favourite tracks on the calendar. It didn't used to be, but I especially for the racing, I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's only a couple of things that I don't like about the track. I mean, every track you've got your pros and cons, I would say. But I think in this instance it's more battery. Trying to get that like manager here is
Difficult,
quite difficult. And also following in the wake of the car in front isn't the best.
Do you find it's worse here, do you? Lee Craig?
Yes.
Sorry, Lee Craig cross the line, 105.75? Yeah, I think it's worse.
The reason I say that is because I've noticed that engine temperatures tend to heat up a lot quicker. Because you're always trying to fight that slipstream, like trying to extend the slipstream.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like Another thing then about next game that I've thought for the last couple of games since they started it, I did like when we go from sort of the default battery setting and then pressing it to overtake, but I really wish you could just turn it off. Just 3.
Mm-hmm.
Overtake, just on, and then turn it off, because places like here would really, you know, another skill would be added, especially a place like here, being able to turn the battery off.
Yeah, you'd easily like manage it a lot better. But yeah,
because before, yeah, they did make it too complicated. There was about 5 or 6 settings, wasn't there, which was ridiculous. But
I know they made it too It was too complicated. Then it was too simple.
yeah, as I said, I just wish it was 3. I think 3, because we've got rid of the obviously the power now, where you could change engine mode. But yeah, I think it would be a welcome. I'd say return, actually. Welcome return. So we've got laps from every driver now. Nice to see another full grid today, Lee, especially in the full qualifying.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially at this track, as we know, it always provides excellent racing. But right now, we're seeing Ake, Kieran, Pretender. I can't even read that name. Vil, I'll call him Vil, right? And checking him once. All in the drop zone right now.
Villain Rex? I don't know. No, I've just been staring at that for the last like 10-15 seconds.
That Alpha Tauri person that just went into P3. Simpler.
Well, the missus reckons Vilnarex.
It's Vil.
Yeah, it's Vil, isn't it?
Yep, it's Vil. Ooh, so bored with Kieran as he went just that bit wide at turn 4.
Just cost complete a lap. I wonder if they've updated Austria as well, Lee, for the next game. Of course, they've got the MotoGP chicane in there now.
Ooh.
So I wonder if they'll update it. I do like seeing the track updates.
It will be, if I have, then be able to do it in a wee time trial event. Test it out, see what it's like in an F1 car. As if it's just like the barriers, like, Monza.
So because this is such a short circuit, the minimum that you can have in your tank in qualifying is 5 kilos of fuel, and obviously that does vary from track to track, and this is one of those like Mexico as well and Monaco, and the shorter circuits that benefit from that is some drivers are able to do a couple of laps, but also it looks like some drivers like on board with Taylor Danny has got a bit more fuel on board. You could have a recharge lap or 2. It usually will need 2. That's the other issue as well. The battery doesn't even charge up well when you're on a cool down lap, because you can't turn it off. Cross line, 8 fastest, Taylor Dunny.
I know, in qualifying you're able to turn the battery off, but...
Oh yeah, you are, yeah.
But it's just impossible to charge it still. Oh, Kieran managed to just get out of the drop zone for a barrier. He's in the danger zone though, so he's going to need to be careful.
Sorry, Lee, I'm just having some seasonal hay fever issues. I'm just having to... 1 second.
As the Bowden coming across the line doesn't improve, unfortunately. What's he going to do? He's coming into the pits now for a quick change. Chicken and Blunts, he's up on his time by 2.5 tenths. Going into sector 2, so we'll see how he's going to be able to do coming around sector. Well, through sector 2 into sector 3. Into sector 3. Oh, he's 6 tenths up on his time now. This is good. If he keeps this up, Chicken and Blunts could be having a good enough time to go through into Q2. Coming through the last corner. Nicely done. DRS open, final stretch of the line. Goes 12th, 106 flat. Just 0.002 of a second quicker than Danny Apex, who's just coming across the line now to start a lap, I think. Yep. Ooh, Bowden, he's into the pits, he's not going again. Not going again, that's it, Bowden's out. Same with the Pretender.
I hate hay fever.
We've got Aki coming around the final corner and he's going to put it into the wall! Well, that's his lap up in the air. Looney Man, he ain't going through either, so that's it.
We can't be done, surely.
That's it. Because Looney Man's not going to get through.
Well, that was not the end I was expecting. Danny Apex did improve, up to 10th. Bugatti getting through by the skin of his teeth.
Yep.
And Faulkner, really.
Yep.
There's a lot of them in the 106 deads. I just realised.
It's like 4 of them. All within 61 thousandths of a second of each other. Got Matty Jones and Wanted Noob, both like 2 thousandths of a second off each other also. This track always does like to give us close times on the board, so even just the slightest little mess up in your lap, and that could be it. That could mean like 4, 5, 6 places even.
So a very early finish to Q1 actually.
Yep. So quick flick through. Start from top. Chuckle, Matthew, Vil, Matty, Wanted Noob, AJ Baker, Chuck, Taylor, Danny, Lee Craig in 9th, 10th was Danny Apex, Profit 11th, Royal Rumble, Chicken and Blunts, Faulkner and Bugatti Sloven. They'll all be moving through into the second qualifying session. The ones who won't be continuing on, Kieran, Linnyman, Aki, Bowden and the Pretender. So, moving on.
So now we go down to 15 drivers and 15 minutes. And we will lose another 5 drivers from qualifying before we have the top 10 shootout.
So, sun is still splitting the road. Well, track. He's going to be the first in at the garage. I think I could see a Mercedes there moving.
It's a Red Bull.
Oh, is it a Red Bull? Done Apex? Is it? Oh, Matthew. Matthew came out, but a little bit later, but got out ahead. It's been further down the pit lane.
So, the drivers all wanting to get on with it. Well, the majority, should I say. We've got the 2 Alpha Tauris coming out together. So it's a short lap here, so the drivers do have a bit of extra fuel than they would like, but on the other hand, if you sort of spin up at turn 3 or make a big mistake sort of before then, I know it's only one real corner before then, you can back out and have another go on the same tyre, which isn't always a added luxury of other circuits.
Yeah, fortunately enough, if you do mess up here, then it's not going to take too much out of your tyre. And fortunately enough, the corners are a little bit quicker, so you're able to take them a little bit easier pace to save the tyres a little bit more. So it's a little bit of an added bonus there. Oh, see Matthew backing out of his lap already.
And Bill as well has invalidated his lap before even starting it out of turn 10. So, not the greatest starts for a couple of the drivers.
We've just seen Danny Apex coming into the penultimate corner now. We'll be able to see what benchmark he's going to set for the rest of the racers here. Second qualifying session. A 106 is dead.
That has happened before, so we've got Matthew Jones beating him by a couple of tenths, as Lee said. Matthew backed out, but he's going for it once again. Almost a fully charged back shoes. That'll be good enough for another run as he makes his way up towards turn 3 and through the kink of turn 2. Hard on the brakes into turn 3. Faulkner's just about to start his lap. Wanted Noob's gone into first place.
I think it's Chuck is going to be the next to set his lap. Oh,
No, he's slowed down. I'm not sure who's next actually.
how would it? I never knew that little trick there that you just done there.
What was that?
To get the battery done, like right up, I think he just put it in the neutral and just revved it. And somehow I just seen his battery just shooting up there. So,
Oh wow, Chuckle goes into first place.
Faulkner there, slipping and sliding on the pit entry there. Around the penultimate corner.
So I think we'll have Prof up next as he makes his way through turns 7 and 8. Down the short stretch towards turn 9. And then we'll go into turn 10. Keeps the left hand side. Goes into 8th place with a 107 dead. So he must have made a bit of a mistake in that lap. Actually no, he did, he backed out and he decided to go again, but it was a quick lap for him backing out, to be fair. But as he makes his way back up towards turn 3.
Yep, Chuck managing to set a good lap in there, a 105.9. He's improved vastly on his previous time, but P6.
And they're just waiting on a couple of drivers to finish their first attempt. Chicken and Blunts, I think, will be up first. And just in his rearview mirrors is Lee Craig. He makes his way through turns 7 and 8. He went quite wide at turn 7 as he now comes into the penultimate corner before getting on the anchors at the final corner. As he makes his way right-handed, his Prof goes on to this first row. Got away with that. First row is a 106.509 for Chicken and Blunt. So Prof sort of been firmly in the mid-pack this season in qualifying, but it's certainly a good first run.
Sorry, I was sitting on board there with Taylor Danny and Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and just on board with the Royal Rumble.
I was on board with Taylor Danny, who's
first,
not too far behind.
Yeah.
Oh.
105.6 for him. The top half of the field is looking very competitive on their times.
Prof there with a smashing time there. 105.420. Nicely done. Who's that is coming out? That's a Haas SC. Is that a Chuck? It is a Chuck.
So this is about the time we'll see some drivers doing a second lap, if they choose to do 3 in this session. And they may be on the older set. Yeah, he's on a brand new set. There's a couple of drivers who have done a couple of laps on their soft tyres, doing a run or two. We're just waiting for Faulkner to actually put in a lap time. Bugatti as well, putting in a more competitive lap time. I can see the cut-off point though, Lee, doing a high 105 here, 105.7.
Possibly. I would say, yeah, I mean, well, I've seen Faulkner and Bugatti mean, Faulkner there at turn 7 there, that was getting a bit, got a bit much on the curb there, kinda, you had to steer out of it in order to survive it.
So Faulkner goes onto a lap as he makes his way around turn 1. No calamities to speak of just yet as we go up towards turn 3. Into the right-hander we go. It's a difficult one, this. It goes uphill on the exit. Struggle to get the tyres to work, the downforce to work, especially as we said in this year's game. It certainly can be quite a handful on high traction zones as we go into turn 4. Not really struggled for any traction here, Lee. The rear end is sort of stayed in shape, stayed in check and behaved as he makes his way around the final corner. He's a lot of the road on the exit. Goes into 10th place with a 105.8. So we've got just under 5 minutes to go in this session. And it looks like we're going to have a competitive fight for that top 10. There's only 4 tenths between the 10 of them.
Yeah, they do like to keep us on their toes pretty much, don't they? And keep us guessing, so I would say that's always a plus side. Let's see, I think this is AJ Baker, is he on a lap? Yes he is. See him coming into turn 3 now. Using up as much of that track as possible, opening that DRS, careful on the traction there, nicely done. Coming downhill into turn 4. Nicely done, there's no, that corner is a bit iffy at times. Around turn 6, one of 2 left-handers here. In this turn 7 and round 8 into 9. See what time he's going to do, and he invalidates just on the penultimate corner.
Yeah, he wasn't too far off the track. We were actually off board with him when we went around turn 9, and you did see it.
Yep, wanted no pieces on a lap now, just starting a lap. Like Jones is just about to start a lap too.
And one thing new, he was already invalidated his lap at turn 1.
Ah.
But as we said, with this track being so short, he has got another opportunity to go again. Because I don't think he'd be able to get in and out in time now, especially at the pace that he's going down the back straight. I say the pace, he's doing 150 miles an hour, but a lot slower than the drivers in front. I have a feeling he's just going to go again on the same tyre. He's in a good position at the moment, wanted noob. That could all change in just a couple of minutes as we wait to see drivers come out. AJ Baker just coming in. I don't think he's got time to get back out again though.
Who's that?
AJ Baker, 2 minutes on the clock. It is a short lap.
He's going to hit a gunner. Oh, Matty Jones, 105.365. Wait, I said 365 up at the top, but it says 364 on the board.
It's AA, we can let him off for that one.
Oh, Jesus. I think it's like in some metal works, you'll always get like that wee bit of tolerance. So we'll say it's alright.
AJ Baker is out the pits. I don't think he's close, but he's just coming around turn 1 now with a minute to go on the clock.
He's actually using up some of his battery too, which he's gonna have to save.
Oh, he goes wide at turn 3. That's not going to be fast, AJ. I feel like he's already somewhat backed out of the lap. I feel like he already knows he's not going to get there. As Bugatti Sloven has lost it between turns 9 and 10, going into the pit lane.
Ooh. Well, at least if one place you want to lose it anyway would be there. As Faulkner just puts in the exact same time as Prof. A 105.420.
Well, the cut-off point, Lee, has already got a bit lower than what I thought with AJ Baker has just made it with a second to go on the clock. He's now just got to keep it on the straight and narrow, but just under a minute's time as Matthew goes into the 104s, the first time today with a 104.937 it says on the fastest lap, but 936 it says on the board. As we watch
wasn't tripping.
Chicken and Blunt comes around the final corner. He's not going to get into the top 10. Stays 15th. Danny Apex also. So it's only AJ Baker that can improve outside of the bottom 5 now. And he's 4/10 up on his time. And that will be enough as long as he makes it through these last 2 corners. He used battery in his outlap. And that might be costing him a little bit now as he is on his flying lap. Around the final corner he comes. Is he going to knock Bill out? He does. He moves up into 8th.
Oh, that was quite tense there, I'm not going to lie. Managing to just make the line and just make it through. Just incredible. Well done there for the Ferrari man. So, have a wee quick rundown of how things went in that Q2 session there. Matthew getting that first position, Matty Jones in second, Lee Craig in third there, Prof in fourth. Faulkner matching Prof's time at the end there. Chuck in sixth, seventh was Chuckle, AJ Baker in eighth, ninth was Wanted Newbin, Taylor Danny was 10th, and the folks who are not going through, Vil, Danny Apex, Royal Rumble, and Bugatti Sloven and Chicken and Blunts. So, on to the third and final qualifying session.
Just give me a second, I'm having another one of those awful sneezing fits.
Cool. A tissue, we all fall down. So, anybody that's watching at home, feel free to fire your comments in, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want, pretty much.
Oh, he's learning. He's learning.
Yeah, I'm not going to force them. If they want to, they could. If they don't, there it is. It would be appreciated for. So, who is the sucker who is first out on track? It's going to be Chuckle in Alfa Romeo. Eager to set that lap and get the benchmark out there.
So it's Chuckle first. We've got a load of drivers now out. All bar one by the looks of things. If you look on the track map, just got the Haas still in the pits. That'll be Chuck. Busy track. Lee, realistically, especially if you do 2 runs on one tyre, you can do 3 laps in Q3 here.
Yeah, I think this is one of the only tracks that you could do 3 laps on. Like out, fly in, back in, and then repeating.
Chuckle starts his lap. Lee, one thing I've noticed about today, we haven't got the outlap glitch at Austria.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's happened to me.
Oh, okay. As we're watching Chuckle.
Towering. Oh no, it's not happening with Faulkner anyway.
Are the 2 Aston Martins helping each other out here with a bit of a tow? I'm not sure who's in front of the other.
Matthew's at the rear.
So Matthew might be getting a little bit of an aid of a tow. With the Aston Martin just ahead of him, especially if we can make up some time here through sector 2 as we're going into the penultimate corner with the championship leader, and he makes a mistake, and that's his first lap lost as we wait for Taylor Danny now to come across the line. Does a 105.7 and a 104.8 from his teammate, just under a second faster. As wanted new slots into second place. Tentative first laps from these first drivers setting laps. Tentative time, sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
106 for
it's just incredible. I mean, well, we've got Prof and AJ Baker just about to come across the line. Oh, AJ Baker's jumping into the pits. Prof is continuing on to finish his lap, so DRS will be wide open now in the final stretch of the line. Puts into 6, that's a 106.2. Now, I reckon he could he possibly go again. Yes, he can. That's just a warm-up lap from him, getting them tyres into the correct temperature. Window, Triple jumping into the pits.
We've got Lee Craig on another lap. About to run out of battery. Not got a lot of fuel on board either, actually. Just peel in. He was getting very fast though for an in lap, but I suppose you don't have to conserve tyres anymore. Not like you used to. We've got Chuck on the lap now. The driver is still clinging on to life in this championship.
Turn 8. Well, turn 7, turn 8. Section there.
Who was that, sorry? Faulkner. Struggling in his Q3 appearance today. He's back on board with Chuck as he makes his way around turn 8 as we rise and fall towards turn 9. And then into turn 10, where we've seen a lot of drivers invalidate between 9 and 10. It's a go-to place if you want to invalidate your lap. He goes into second place with a 104.971.
Just seen the comment.
Yes, I've already read it.
I love YouTube. So let's see. Yes. No, off my Chuck, he's just finished. So is this the calm before the storm right now?
Well, you say that. We've got Chuck out on an outlap, and he's still got time to do his 2 laps.
True, and AJ Baker is.
Yeah, and
right. No, he's right up AJ Baker still, sorry.
Yeah. They've still got time.
He's peeling back a little bit.
So AJ Baker starting his second attempt to try and get a lap time on the board in Q3. As we go through a slight right-hander and then a left-hander, which is turn 2, and then on the anchors for turn 3. And then back on that loud pedal as we go down the second DRS straight of 3 here at the Red Bull Ring. As he makes his way through turn 4. And then make your way back over to the right-hand side through turn 5, and then on the brakes again into turn 6 and try and get it into the apex and out onto that exit curve as best you can, and then the same for turn 7 and 8 and running over the curb through the corner of turn 8. And now the 2 tricky ones, turn 9 and 10. Try and use as much of the exit curve at turn 9 without invalidating. The same with turn 10, which I'd say is even trickier, and goes into 7th with a 105.740. And Chuckle, the championship leader, is almost in the wall at turn 10. The race that could crown him season 10 champion is, so far in terms of qualifying, is not really been going to plan.
No, it's been quite difficult for him. It seems like he's just that desperate to wrap it up right now. He's wanting that excellent that pole position, but unfortunately, it's like the pressure's getting to him.
Well, just to say, I don't think he did say at the start of the stream actually, which is what I should have done. Points obviously in RTG are different. You get 28 points for first, 23 for the second, and so on. 8th place, you get 10 points, which is all Chuckle needs, but also you get a point for pole position, which Lee was just reiterating there, that extra point would do him some favour, and if he did get that extra point, which at the moment is looking unlikely, he would only then need 7th place with that extra point in hand. It would be 6th place if he gets the fastest lap on top of that, and of course it's still 7th place if he gets the fastest lap in the race without the pole position. So we'll keep you updated on that, but whatever Chuck does today, including winning the race, taking pole, taking the fastest lap, if Chuckle gets 8th place or higher, he will be the season 10 champion. And nothing against Chuck, but I do think it will be a miracle for him if it comes his way. But I don't think it will. I think it's just a matter of time now before Paul Chuckle will be the champion, whether it's this week or next.
Yep, it is looking that way. It has pretty much all season. But yeah, seeing that drivers start to come out for their final laps, it would seem. So trying to judge who's going to be the next one to cross the line. It's going to be Wanted Noob and then Croft. Just right behind them, they're just going into turn 9 now. So Wanted Noob, that goes turn 9. Oh, Croft a little bit wide on turn 9 there, missing that apex. Correct. In turn 10, though, does improve but not enough. Wanted Noob improves as well. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I also don't think he's got enough fuel to go again, Wanted Noob. Now, nor the battery, so that's probably the end of his qualifying session. We've got Matthew on provisional pole now. And we've seen that man in the top spot quite a few times in season 10 on our end on a Thursday and a Sunday. Not sure if he races in the Monday tier. Still waiting for Taylor Danny to exit the pit lane. Not sure how much time is on the board. Just over a minute, so he should have been coming out about now. But I have noticed his teammate Matthew has just come into the pit lane, so that might have screwed him. So I don't think Taylor Danny is coming back out. No, so we've got some drivers coming into the pits, but Chuckle just started his lap. Matthew also coming in. Sorry, Chuck and Chuckle have just started their laps. So I think it'll be Lee Craig up firstly.
Lee Craig? Oh, no. Oh, there we go. He's just
Oh, no, sorry. Apologies. He's just starting a lap. And so will Matty Jones just be starting a lap. We'll keep an eye on the brothers now, because that's the interesting fight at hand. We've got Barry Chuckle up first in the Haas. He's on the front row at the moment, but he isn't getting that extra point just yet as we go down towards turn 9. Come on, camera. There we go. As we go towards turn 9. No calamities there. And nice exit through turn 10. The checkered flag is now fallen. And where's this going to put? Chuck stays second, didn't go any faster on that lap. The championship leader goes on to provisional pole, and he may be getting that point that he so desperately needed as AJ Baker is rounding into the wall. We've got Lee Craig about to cross the line as he makes his way around turn 10 for the final time today. In qualifying, goes fourth fastest. Matty Jones has invalidated Chuckle, our championship leader, is 1 point closer to that championship.
Yep, certainly. Getting that pole position, extra point, that's going to be a little bit of a weight off his shoulders now. Now with him being at the front of the pack, it should be a lot simpler for him moving forward.
Yeah, as you say, it's just as you say, it's just a little bit less weight off the shoulders for him now. Started off this evening at 8 o'clock with 10 points to gain. He now, at 8 minutes to 9, has 9 points left to get tonight. So we'll just have to wait and see.
So, final qualifying session here. Rounding out the top 10, we've got Chuckle, Matthew, Chuck, Lee Craig, Wanted Newman 5th, Profin 6th, 7th is Taylor Danny, Faulkner in P8, AJ Baker P9, and Matty Jones in P10. So, seen nearly everyone was in the 105s at least. So, moving on, do you think Chuckle is going to be able to do it this week, or is it going to be a next week thing?
Or is Chuck going to be able to do it?
Well, that's the thing. All Chuckle really needs to do is just keep it on the straight and narrow. Just play it safe, and you could be crown champion easy. But if he crashes out or something, that gives Chuck easy time to come back possibly this week.
Yeah, as I said last week, it's still a chance, but Chuck needs to win both races.
Yeah, definitely.
Needs to win both, and I hope that Chuckle crashes in both races. I think next week, well, I'm not going to say we think, yeah, it's Saudi next week, so more likely to have a crash next week than this week, but you never know. So 10 seconds to go for these drivers to sort out their strategies. We've seen a trend all season long, medium and hards for the whole field. None of those soft tyres on the grid. For the start of proceedings, is it going to be the same tonight? It is. The majority mediums, however. We've got 4 drivers on the hard tyres, 16 on the mediums. The Pretender at the back is on the hards. Bugatti in 14th is on the hards. 10th and 9th, Matty Jones and AJ Baker, both of them on the hards. Everyone else are on the medium tyres. It looks like it'll be a one-stop race, as you just saw quickly pop up on your screen there. Medium to hard to medium. May get some safety cars tonight. I'm not sure if it's reduced or not. Lee may be able to check that very quickly.
I can. I think it will be unreduced and correct the window. It is.
Yeah, I think they may have changed it now. I have no shame. I think we may have had some encouragement from us, but it definitely is the better call. Hopefully, standard next season will be better. Next game, sorry, rather than this season.
They just need to find that right balance, I would say. Like, I mean, sometimes reduced could be too reduced, and standard could just be too much. Like, I've noticed it a few times, like, say some crash has happened, and I'm like, that should be a safety car. It's like 3 cars have crashed out or something, and it's like, nah, keep going. Green flag. Like, huh? So, yeah.
So, as you wait for Chuckle to line up, and then the following 19 cars behind him, as we've got one driver in the grass. No, not sure which one. I think that was Looney Mountain as we're waiting for the Pretender to line up.
Is he Looney Man? What's he thinking? He's going to give him extra grip?
I didn't know Mercedes did tractors. As we're about to get underway, we've got 5 red lights. This is the championship decider. Here we go. And we're away for RTG's Thursday tier in round 9. As we go into turn 1, the Aston Martin is up the inside. He may take the lead now as we go through turn 1. They're still side by side. We've got a Williams off. Oh, sorry, an Alpine off on the outside of the circuit as we go up towards turn 3. Mattins, and he's still staying in second place. Is that Matty Jones? The second with the leaders. The top 7 have yet to change any positions. But the majority of the field in first lap and a half being very well behaved.
Yep, I've seen Kieran looking like he's just... he's just
chicken and blunts, trying to go over a really good apex at turn 1, and it does look like he gets a good exit as well. We'll have the DRS. He isn't using any battery, as Lee said. You've got to be cautious with it here, conservative as he goes up the inside, not so conservative with the overtake, mind. As we go into turn 3, he gets up into first, but he won't have the DRS. He just missed out on that little trick, and Chuckle now will just swoosh right back past and back into first place. Yellow flag in the second sector there. It's the Pretender back down in 20th where he started. They're all within DRS, of course, apart from the leader and the championship leader, Chuckle, who may be vulnerable now, and looks like he is going to be vulnerable as he loses position and the safety car's deployed just as Matthew gains that first place. Just as he got past, just as the counter changed, the position changed between Matthew and Chuckle on the leaderboard, the safety car came out. So apart from the drivers who will need to, and potentially some more at the back, as there's a bit of confusion about order, I would suspect it will be towards the back of the field that will pit if any drivers do, apart from Bowden. So just the Alpine driver pitting now on lap 4. I can see going on the hard tyres now. That would probably be the tyre of choice, and then the mediums at the end, which is what he is going to do. Are you back, Lee? He's still not... Oh, there we go. So, Lee, just as you left, Matthew overtook Chuckle, and as soon as he did that, the safety car came out. Within half a second.
It's just the luck of the draw there. I've seen that happen to myself on occasions as well. Just been overtaken.
What, leading the race? Really?
No. Shut up, you. No, like just being like, say for instance, I'm in 7th, there, guy in 8th just comes and overtakes us, and then before I could even get a chance, it's just safety car. You're like, brilliant.
You've been in 7th before.
Just you wait until I see you.
Missed our chance. We can do it from now on. The whole race should have been just Star Wars jokes throughout, Star Wars references throughout.
I mean,
it's a shame about the, well, we kind of got about this year. I was going to say, shame about the Mercedes a couple of years ago, the Darth Vader car.
Oh, that was. See, no, you put it that way. It looks kind of, it does seem pretty cool.
So, the safety car is coming in this lap. Called it nice and early then, they actually. Before the start of sector 3.
Yeah, it's not usual that they do that, to be honest. Usually it's just straight up. As soon as they hit sector 3.
Matthew just got into the lead and he's leading us away. I think he's going to get us away earlier than we thought. Oh, he's actually round and had cold tyres and he's lost a load of positions. And we've seen this too many times this season from Matthew. Inconsistency in the race. He had it a couple of weeks ago as well. And he's down in 14th, 15th. And Chuckle back on top with his championship rival just behind him. We stay as we are. He's done enough. He only has to get into the top 7 now. And we can see position changes.
He's practically just forcing his way through the pack. That's not 5 positions already. From 16th to 11th now.
Such a shame for Matthew.
Yep. From battling for the lead to battling just for points.
Yeah, just a minor point as it stands as we go on to lap 8. DRS not yet enabled. Chuckle though. Very close to the back of that Alfa Romeo as we make our way around turn 3.
Oh, Bugatti's in. See Loneyman and Aker battling it out around turn 3 there. Loneyman in that 16th position.
So Bugatti's had a tyre change onto the mediums and a new front wing as well. So obviously either hit someone or something. And we're about to have DRS enabled. Now if you Chuckle, Lee, do you kind of not fight this with Chuck? Just let him pass, you know where you need to be. It's nice to win a championship while winning a race, but bigger prize is up for grabs tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell these two are just going to be going for it. They ain't going to be giving each other any space whatsoever. I've just got that feeling about it. This is going to be a battle for the ages here between these two.
And they have got a bit of a cue. Apologies, we haven't got any. I think I've got poor connection.
Oh.
Oh. Just double checking.
Oh, right, so. Gaining another place up on. Oh, no.
I'm just gonna pause the stream there and unpause it, ship it out.
Cool.
Sorry guys, I'm literally just going to stop the stream for a second and then restart it again. Hopefully that'll work. Just keep going, Lee, because you're recording it anyway.